microscopic cilia, which are similar to microscopic hair-like structures. Now, we come to the pharynx, a junction, if you will, of both food and air. From the pharynx, we go through the larynx, often called the voice box, then the trachea. By the way, food should be traveling down the esophagus, not the trachea. We mentioned in our digestive system video that an epiglottis keeps food from going down the trachea. The trachea is a pretty fascinating cylinder tube with rings of cartilage. That cartilage helps support the trachea and keep it open for air to travel through. The trachea goes down, down, down to the primary bronchi, one on each side as this branches to the lungs. Just to mention a bit about the lungs, there are two. Each lung has sections called lobes, 3 lobes on the right and 2 on the left. There's a cardiac notch on the left lung side where it's a little indentation to give the heart some room. The left lung is generally smaller than the right. Now, our main focus is going to be what's happening inside the lungs, so let's continue to go through the primary bronchi. Primary bronchi divide into secondary bronchi, then tertiary bronchi, and then smaller bronchioles. And you know, it kind of looks like an upside-down tree. I like trees. So a general recap of where we've gone. Nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, bronchioles. Diameter is getting smaller as you go through these different areas. Beyond the terminal bronchioles, there will be branching into respiratory bronchioles, and then on to alveolar ducts. Each alveolar duct is surrounded by alveolar sacs. Alveolar sacs look a lot like a bunch of grapes. I'm not the only one to think that. Each of these alveolar sacs contain alveoli, and this is where the gas exchange will actually occur. That's because these alveoli are made of thin-walled cells. They have lots of surface area, and they have direct contact with capillaries. We mentioned that other body systems work closely together. The circulatory system works closely with the respiratory system here. Red blood cells in the capillaries can pick up oxygen that was inhaled to deliver it throughout the body, and also bring carbon dioxide, a waste gas that needs to be removed so that it can be exhaled. Besides the circulatory system, there are other body systems working with this respiratory system. The skeletal system includes the ribs that protect the lungs like a cage around them. But muscles of the muscular system are involved too. Muscles involved in respiration include muscles between your ribs, called intercostal muscles. It includes a major muscle under your lungs called the diaphragm. It includes abdominal wall muscles. All of these are part of the muscular system, and they are involved with helping to expand or contract the thoracic cavity. While you can take voluntary control of your breathing, you'll notice that most of the time your breathing is involuntary. That is, you aren't consciously controlling it. The nervous system regulates this, and here's something pretty cool. It uses pH to do so. So the pH scale is based on hydrogen ion concentration, H+. Acidic substances, shown here as lower